This is a big question that you go to seminary to spend 3 years trying to answer. So we're going to ask Victoria to sum it up in less than 3 minutes. Victoria, for you, what does it mean to emphasize justice, mercy, and faith in the way that you live out what the Bible teaches?
I think the beginning of that is being in intentional relationship with the other, and not just, hi, how are you, what's going on, but I immediately think of Galatians 6:2 with regard to bearing one another's burdens, because it's just a given that there's so much trauma in the African American community that is simply not understood, and having a willingness to be in relationship with somebody that you can share your gut with regard to the pain of injustice and not feel judged, not feel like you're just weird because all this stuff is going on. So I think that's the beginning on an interpersonal relationship, but then advocating for a person of color that comes into the relationship or into the, I'll say, church or the workplace, rather than being in competition with a person of color, feeling a burden to walk alongside a person of color to help that person move into a space of leadership or to promote where that organization could go if there were different ideas from a person of color. So just the whole idea of understanding and willingness to take a back seat, because we all understand that we need money to make it work. But sometimes when the whole idea of justice is being pursued, to be able to say, okay, I don't have to be the one that gets the raise here if a person of color is pursuing that space. And I think about one person who has been a guide for me for more than 40 years, and he spent an amazing amount of time helping me understand the doctrines and the creeds and breaking it down in language that I understood. He knew that when I came into this church 40 years ago that I was clueless. I had no idea what the church polity and all this was about, but he pulled me to the side often to give me the explanation that I needed to aid me in being conversive with other leaders who were white and other leaders who really had doubts as to whether or not I should even be at the table. So when I think about what it really looks like, it goes many ways, starting with the interpersonal relationship, but then moving out to how can I walk alongside of this person of color rather than be at war with because I'm vying for this position on the job and having to have my voice be the last voice and having this person of color to second everything that I'm saying. So it takes bringing a level of humility that has probably never been experienced before and waiting for God to honor and lift up as opposed to that job, that church, those people to lift up. Waiting to hear the words from our Savior that says, well done, our good and faithful servant.
I like how you said that, and it's striking me that justice, mercy, and faith are relational words. They aren't individual words. Like you can't practice justice and mercy and faith by yourself. It's a relationship.